Hi everybody, welcome again to Wingman Wisdom and to today's video. If you've not yet subscribed to the channel, I certainly hope you'll do so. And if you know anyone who is thinking about buying a new RV in 2023, forward this video to them so they can watch it. Now today is part 2 of my conversation with Cannon Combs from RV Station. If you missed part 1, you'll find a link to that in the description of this video below. Now, in 2023, dealers are having to deal with inflation big time, just like you and I are. We're going to talk about inflation, how it's affecting dealers, how it's affecting consumers, and more importantly, where the opportunities might lie for 2023 if you're thinking about buying a new RV. Let's talk about cost because, I see on my YouTube videos, a lot of people say, well, the cost is just crazy. These manufacturers and dealers, they're just raping the people. And I don't agree with that. I mean, maybe some dealers are, but the prices in 21 and 22 were close to MSRP, and some people were even paying more than MSRP. But it's a different world now, and that's a good thing if you want to buy an RV right now, I think.
No, right now it's we're all heavily inventoried, and there's not a better time to buy. And unfortunately, there were numerous dealers that were selling for MSRP, just so you know, we weren't one of them. What happens in that situation when you sell an RV for that, you're never going to see them again. And I've heard dealers say, well, I don't need to. I just sold them 3 times. But at the end of the day, it's not good business, right? There was an inventory supply problem. So we did all make more money per coach, but I wouldn't say it was by a numerous amount. The problem is that every time I went to my email on Monday morning for a year, there was increases. And it was like a blow to the heart. You're like, you're selling everything, but another 2%. Next Monday, another 2%. And it wasn't the OEs to say, it was their suppliers. You got this huge line of demand. And of course, they're like, well, they're going to buy it anyway, 2%, 5%, 2%, 2%. So the price was going up. Inflation absolutely played a hand in that. Obviously, lumber, all the parts that put an RV together were affected. So they cost more money. I'm going to tell you, going before COVID, if you walked into let's take a Keystone, Montana. Obviously, I'm a huge Montana fan. But if you took a Montana pre-COVID and you walked into it and I showed you what it costs and what you could pay for it, dude, they were underpriced. For the technology, for everything that you got, it kind of corrected itself when you look at the actual coach. In my opinion, I go to shows all the time and talk to my customers about owning them, and they love them. So yeah, the increases were disheartening, but they just happened. So now that being said, turn to now with these dealers making more and more money in the price increases. Yeah, you're paying them more because of the inflation, and that's what you're paying for. But if you come and you want to look at an RV now's the time, because we're all inventoried and people aren't selling them for MSRP. People need to download their inventory to get the cycle going again. So right now is like the perfect time to buy. Makes sense?
Like you said, inventory levels are high, and I would think that we're after show season in many markets, so it's kind of a little lull, I would think, for many dealers between now and when springtime camping season, April, May, when camping season really kicks off. Those dealers are aggressive. They're marking the prices down, and they're coming off of MSRP. And even though you're paying a little bit more in interest, it still makes it a good deal.
Yeah, I mean, you could pay 2 or 3 basis points more, and you're getting better value because of the price you're paying. So yeah, you pay a little bit more interest, but the savings you got on the unit, because everybody is getting very aggressive. That's the key. We're all getting aggressive. And right now, February, March, April, people are gearing up for camping in the summer. So there's a ton of shoppers. February is a little bit slower, but as we roll into March, you're going to see just a ton of aggression from a lot of dealers.
What advice would you give to a first-time RV buyer who has no clue? They see the shiny object and they have the dream in their head of going RVing, and they don't realize the importance of the dealer relationship that they need to have. What would you tell somebody that doesn't even know what they don't know?
I mean, that's a tough one, right? Because there's some dealers that if you think about an RV, they're going to show up on your phone. I mean, seriously, if it's amazing. So there's some great RV marketing dealers out there that get your name in front of them, and you get excited and you hear the name and you go buy an RV. You should not do that. So my advice is do the research, read the reviews. Nowadays, I'm a review person, so I read reviews and I have bad reviews, but I can most of the time I could decipher like a mad customer, right? I can look at a Hilton review or whatever if I want to go somewhere and stay somewhere. Well, this review said, these guys at the front desk are morons or they're idiots or whatever. I can read through that. I can also read through the two-liners that mention the same people all the time that are being actually written in, India or somewhere across seas that are fake. So my advice is do your research on the dealership. Read those reviews, maybe go in and talk to them too. One of the biggest tells is when you go in and that salesman's just trying to slam you in there and he's not asking questions about your needs and your wants and what's best for you. That's a huge tell. I mean, I just, I'm obviously a salesman, so I have to be sold. I go to Best Buy, and if no one's talking to me about that TV and treating me nicely, I leave. It's crazy. So my advice is do your research. Just read the reviews. Also, one of the big thing is you can do your research on brands. So if you come into an RV station or, dealer X down the road, you know what you're looking for before you get there. You've researched Keystone Cougar. I already know that's good. I did. So now I can go look at it. I think that's a good thing you can do.
Doing your homework. And I see many people online, social media saying, I want to buy, but I'm going to wait till the prices drop. Ha 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 ha. These dealers are going to be dying by the end of the year. And I'm going to wait till the prices are almost giving them away. What do you say to that? I mean, I'll tell you what I do. After you give me your views, do you think the prices are going to come way down? What do you say to that person that really, I'm going to wait and grind that dealer up and give it back to them? Because
I mean, I honestly, if I had heard that, I'd say, come in now and grind me, because right now is the time. There is no better time. There's no better time. We all got a ton and we're all making deals. I shouldn't say we all. I shouldn't speak for other dealers, but we're giving deals. So there's not, a grinding. We've always been fair. We look at it and we're like, hey, dude, we want to build a relationship with you, Alan. So come in. We're going to take care of you. And we want to see you in 3 years. I mean, that's the thing that most people don't believe. That's the thing that I hear most from newbies. It's like, well, I'm going to have this for 10 years. No, you're not. You're not going to have that RV for 10 years. You're going to have it for 2.5, 3 years. Some people, I mean, dude, I think I was just talking to you about this. I mean, last night I had a customer, a friend of mine from a town called. He has a business across the street from me, and he said, I need a Class B. And I said, okay, but you're coming out of a 40-foot motorhome, Dennis. So if you go from a 40-foot motorhome to a Class B, it's going to be tight. And he goes, nope, that's what we want. We're going to be okay. And I said, okay, how many you need to sleep? He said, 6 people. I said, Dennis, you're going to sleep 6
little bitty people.
I said, yeah, are they real small? Exactly. So it's like, well, Dennis. So I sent him pictures, and he's like, well, I can't. And I'm like, yeah, I know. So, you do your homework first time. Listen to what the dealer has to advise too, because a good dealer, I'm not putting myself up, but we don't have any turnover in sales. We have no turnover.
I'm going to jump in. I know that this is rude to interrupt you, but here's the deal. The reason why I support you and your dealership is the reason I think that you have done better than most dealers in 2023, and you'll continue to do better, is because it's not just giving somebody the cheapest price. You want to give them a fair price, but you give something more than that. You give them an experience when they buy it, and you give a crap. You care about these people. You really do want to sell them another RV. And I'm sorry, oh, that's bull. Then they go someplace else to buy one. If you want to pay a fair price and get a good deal, establish an excellent relationship, that's why I work with you, is because that's what you provide at all your locations. And not that everybody's perfect, but that is what you do. And you take everything personally.
No, I appreciate that. Like, yeah.
It's true.
So let me just say this. It's our team. Our team, it's not me. It's the team. I mean, I can't tell you how many years of, people say mini me's, but I've got guys that train me more, that forgot more about the RV business than I know that work for me. So I've got 9 unbelievable GMs, and we all have the same goal, which is like, look, we want to build a relationship with you. You're not a dollar sign. We're not going to be the biggest dealer. We're not. We're never going to be the biggest dealer, but I want to be the best dealer. And my staff is trained to take care of you after the sale. Yeah, we want your business. Of course we want your business. We want your friend's business. We want your family's business. We want everybody's business. Of course we do. But we want to build a relationship with you that's going to last over the next, 20 years.
Interest rates are higher than they have been in the last couple of years. The discounts are far deeper on new RVs today than they were during the pandemic. So now could be a great time to buy. Now, of course, I would love you to go look at RV Station and buy an RV from them. But whoever you buy an RV from, I encourage you to download my free RV report. There's no strings attached. I'm not selling anything. I don't have any affiliate links. It will take you 1 minute to get. So if you're thinking about buying or selling an RV, you can go to freervreport.com. Here it is right here on the screen. freervreport.com. Like I said, it'll take you 60 seconds and you'll be able to view and download a report that will save you money. It will help prevent you from making some major costly mistakes. So that's it for today's video. Let me know what you thought. If you have any questions for Cannon Combs or any of my Wingman approved dealers, drop them in the comment section below, and I promise I'll either try to address them personally or try to get Cannon back on very soon so we can talk about them as well. I'm Alan Warren, the RV Wingman. Be safe, have fun, play nice, and don't leave your good manners at home.